All right, I am here today. I am joined by Alan Toweel III, and of course, the next generation of the Toweel boxing family. How are you feeling, firstly, Alan?
Feeling very good. Thank you for having me, Hayden.
Awesome, and we've seen you in the corners many times. I'm sure a lot of people want to know exactly, who you are and what you're about, how you are as a human being. So, growing up in the sports with your dad, obviously as the head trainer of the gym for many, many years, how's that been in that environment?
No, it's been great. I really enjoy it. I found my passion is in the training more than it was in the boxing. Growing up and having my dad take me under his wing, teaching me the things that a trainer does in the gym it's a big deal for me, because obviously I want to take on that role in being a trainer, and it's going that route. So yeah, no, it's been amazing. Yeah.
I've seen on social media clips you put on the body shield and you get
Yes.
stuck in there with the guys. What's it like working with professional athletes?
It's great. No, I enjoy it. I learn a lot from them. They're very skilled, and even though you can teach them how to fight and give them the skills and tools to be good fighters, they teach you a lot as well. And taking those shots in the bodysuit really does humble you as well. No, so it's great. It's great work with them. I enjoy it.
And you yourself, have you been in the ring in another capacity?
Yes, I did 2 white collars. They were really good. I enjoyed it. Obviously, at that time, I really did want to go pro. It was a big deal for me. But after my second white collar, I realized that I didn't have the passion that I thought I did in the sport. And so I think my passion lied with being a boxing coach instead. And from 2023 onwards, that's all I've wanted to do is be a coach. For a long time, I wanted to box since I was very young, and we were working towards that, taking our time. I only did 2 white collars. Obviously, it's not a lot, and I only really started training properly when I was 15. So yeah, but training is where my passion lies, and that's important. Yeah.
And it has to be, because without any passion in the game, I don't think you can go somewhere.
100%. Yeah. You need that drive to be a boxer. You can't just go in the ring for the sake of it. And just because, obviously my family has been in the boxing game for 100 years now, over 100 years. It's a big deal. And I'm not going to just box for the sake of boxing if I don't have a passion for it for myself. So I learned great skills, and I thought I was pretty decent at boxing, but I still I had to have that drive to do it, to continue. So. And
do you think it was important for you to have that opportunity to get in the ring first and experience and be able to know what your boxers are going through when they get in the ring?
Yes, 100%. I think it is important. Maybe I didn't have as many fights, but I still feel like I understand what a boxer goes through in the ring. And I wasn't experienced, and that's also a big deal, because you can have guys that having their first fight, and you need to be able to understand what they're going through in their head. So yeah, no, it's a big deal. Yeah.
And from what you're seeing now in terms of the upcoming fighters that you're working with,
yes.
is there talent that you're working with? Without being biased?
No, I think all of them really are, especially I think Tyler and Toweel and Vuzi, those 3, they really are coming up and showing that they can box. Tyler is obviously 3-0. It's going on to a 4th fight, and she really does this in the ring. She does everything my father tells of her. She's a great fighter. Toweel as well. Toweel has improved so much from last year. Dropping from cruiser to light heavyweight is a big deal, and he is making a name for himself. A lot of the crowd love him, and people want to see someone like Toweel fight, because he has that grit and that heart. Vuzi is making a comeback in his career. He was with my dad 10 years ago. My dad told him to, get out the game and retire. I think it was 2017, 2016. He took a few years off. He boxed again. He wasn't with my father until he did a few fights, and then he came back to my father in 2023, 2022. And now he's had 3 fights with him. 2 wins, 1 draw. Obviously, I think that draw was questionable, but Vuzi has won the Gauteng title, and yeah, there's great things for him now. So, no, it's really exciting to train with these guys and work with them, and they have a passion and a drive that I haven't seen in my dad's gym in a while. So, no, it's great.
And for the traditional route of most people your age, this is like a sort of an unfamiliar job, let's put it that way. So,
Yes.
I mean, you got like I'd say a very nice one, because, I also dreamed about being in the boxing industry like I am, and it's
Yes.
unconventional, and most people don't understand.
Yeah.
Have you ever had people saying, what do you do for a living? And like, how do
Yes.
you, especially at your age? You know?
Yeah, no, I get it all the time. A few of my friends, like, they'll ask me like what I do, and I just say like I'm like an assistant coach with my dad. I work in the corner with my dad, and I help train his clients and his boxers. So I don't really like saying that I'm an official boxing coach, even though I have my coaching license. I like to say I'm an assistant coach. And yeah, so boxing coaches take me what I tell them at the end of it, yeah.
It's true as well. I mean, you are a boxing coach.
Yes,
that's the actual truth to it. But
Yes.
when you're this age and you're looking at your future and like, as you go through the ranks, so what is your dreams to do in the sport?
I think every coach's dream obviously is to have a world champion, but it's for me to be the best version of myself I can be as a coach and as a person. And it's important to help boxers grow and become better fighters. And it's not just about you as a trainer, it's about your fighters, and they matter, and it's to focus on their needs and their goals to become world champions or champions. Even if they don't win titles, I want to still be able to make them successful. But that's a long way to go. I'm still very young, so I still need that experience, and I'm learning a lot, and I've learned a lot in the past 3 years that I've been doing this, as a trainer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited.
I'll ask you the question, because South African boxing has ups and downs, and
Yes.
it feels like it's on an upward trajectory at the moment.
Yes.
I mean, do you think you've come in at the right time?
I think so. I think I have. I feel like the group of fighters we have in this country right now, are a lot better than the ones we had 10 years ago. Personally, I think so. I think we have a lot more promoters now, a lot more promotions going on, and a lot more tournaments, which is a big deal. It was difficult to find fights. I remember when I was young, when I was 11, 12, 13, I remember I've been to a lot of tournaments over the years, especially watching my dad's fighters fight, and I think not just his fights, but the other fights on the bill, you can see the quality of fights we have today are way better than the ones we had previously. In my personal opinion, that's just my opinion. And it's also could be just because of the amount of tournaments we're having now. It's on a high trajectory, as you said. Yeah.
Can I pull Alan Toweel the second in quickly? Alan Senior, or you call it your dad's senior, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
if you could maybe just give a quick assessment of how you think your son has developed over these last years.
Well, he's been working with me now for the last 3 years as an assistant coach, and he takes in instructions very well. You can see there is some natural ability. There is natural ability in the way he does things. He listens, and one thing that he has is emotional intelligence, and he understands people. You see, sometimes people say, "Oh, you have to fight to be a fighter to be a trainer." But some of the best trainers in the world were not great fighters. Well, they had a few fights. Ray Arcel in particular, as an example. If I compare my father to my Uncle Will. My Uncle Will was a great fighter. My father trained my Uncle Will. But when it comes to the training part, my father, I believe, was a well-equipped trainer compared to his brother Willie when he was as a trainer. Because they understand, Alan's got that way with people. He understands that every boxer is different, and every boxer needs to be looked after differently, You can't just apply the same principles to A that you apply to B. So he's got that inside of him. And over and above that, I believe the pad work that he does with my fighters, it's really top-notch pad work.
I was about to say, is it a great addition to what you're already doing?
Yes, it is, absolutely. Although he's under my guidance, he picks up quickly, and I can give instructions, and I can disappear for 10, 15 minutes, come back in, and I can just see a massive improvement in the way things are the way we're doing things, So I think he's going to be an asset to the sport as time goes by. But look, he's still young, he's still growing. And that's how it must be. And the biggest thing with him, he's humble. And he must just stay like that. That's the biggest thing. Because no man's bigger than the sport of boxing. No trainer's bigger than the sport of boxing. No fighter's bigger than the sport of boxing. I think that's ingrained in him. It was ingrained in me. It was ingrained in my father by his father. So I think we're on a good level, yeah.
All right, fantastic. We'll go back. The new Alan Toweel and so on. Alan, just lastly, from our side, obviously we're going to be following your career from this point onwards. Be speaking to you a lot more about your boxes and what you're doing in the sports. Do you want to leave a message for the South African boxing public?
Not really. I don't really have much to say. It's just I think it would be interesting for people to keep their eyes on us and see where we go. We have a good set of boxers right now, and you are going to want to watch the space because these guys are really talented. Me and my father are working really hard and doing our best we can for them. And yeah, no, that's it.